So the Purupakshi, the objector had said Chetanasya, go to the line again. Ata Pradhanasyaiva Chetanasya Satah Chetanartatvat Niyat Kala Kramam Avishishta Karyatpadakatvat Cha Ikshate Ikshata Eva Ikshata Iti Shakyam Anumatum Upajritam Eva Ikshanam. That means to say, thus the insentient Pradhana, the primordial matter, called as Prakriti or Pradhana, which exists for serving the sentient Purusha only, and for serving the purpose, both Bandhana and Moksha, bondage and liberation of the Purusha, of the sentient. What does it do? Niyata Kala Kramam Avishishta Karyatpadakatvat. And since it is the producer of all effects in general, avishishta, all effects in general in a definite manner and time and order. Therefore, ikshata, eva ikshata. Therefore, as if it were going to see. By that, iti shakyam manumatum. It can be inferred by this, by that, as if the existence, as if it were, though it is not sentient, the Sat is insentient, as if it were sentient, it saw. And this is what we can infer. Therefore,
we have Ishata, Eva Ishata.
Yes.
We have Aishata, Eva Aishata.
That I am making separate answering. Tad aikshata. In the mantra it was tad aikshata. That's been taken here. Chaikshata. Chaikshate vaikshateti. That's the sentence.
So Aishata, Eva Aishata.
Aikshata eva aikshata. That means actually ikshata eva ikshata. Ang upsarg, if you put it becomes aikshata. Otherwise ikshata. The word is ikshata only mainly. So upachartam eva ikshanam. Therefore, the ikshanam, the word here seeing, the action of seeing is in secondary case only, secondary meaning only. So seeing in its case, in the case of Sat also, in the case of Sat, that means what is Sadeva Vidamagrasi, that says Sat, which is accepted as Pradhana, is also secondary only. Drishtascha loke, achetana chetradupachara, and moreover it is seen in the world. It is seen in the world that sentience is ascribed in a secondary sense to insentient things also. Yatha, just like Kulam Pipatishatiti Tadvat Satopisya. The bank wishes to collapse. The bank is an insentient thing. You are ascribing sentience in it and saying it wishes to collapse. Wishing is a quality of sentient thing that is ascribed to the insentient bank of the river and said that it wishes to collapse. Iti. Tad. Similarly, it is in the case of Satopisyat, in the case of this existence, which you call as existence, which according to Sankhya is said to be Pradhana, even that is also the same way. Is it Chet? No. From here comes it down. No, it's not like that. Tat Satyam Sa Atma is Tasmin Atmopadeshat. Since the Upanishad mentions existence as self, Tat, that which has said Sat, Tad Aikshata is taken again and again by the word Tat, is said to be that's a true thing. Tat Satyam. That is the only reality. And that is your self, Sa Atma. It is Tasmin. In that existence, Atmopadeshat, the Upanishads are mentioning and instructing as self itself. The Purupakshi says, Atmopadeshopi upacharita iti chet. Let that also be secondary only. That Atmopadesha is instructing that Sat as Atma as self. Instructing the Pradhana itself as self is what? Secondary. He explains. Iti chet. He is explaining the Purupakshi is going to explain up to now. Yatha mama atma bhadrasena iti sarvardhakarini anatmani atmopacharas tadvat. Just like a person says, oh, this Bhadrasena is myself, my Atma. Why is that Bhadrasena is your Atma? Bhadrasena is the name of a person. Some person called by Bhadrasena is my Atma. One, the other fellow is saying Surasena. Something it tells. Surasena is telling that Bhadrasena is my Atma itself. Why? Because that Bhadrasena does all the services needed to Shurasena. Sarvartha Karini Anatmani. Who is that Bhadrasena? He is not himself. He is not the self of Shurasena. He is the Anatma, is a not self. In the non-self, but as it is serving all the purposes of Shurasena, and the secondary sense, he is accepted as you are instructing and saying that Bhadrasena is myself. Similarly, it is here also Tadvat. Tadva, the word self is being used to somebody who is not self, who is a non-self. Because the reason is what? Because that person is serving all the purposes of that person. That is why Mera Pran hai. They say in dialogue. Dialogue only you have to say that, not in truth. In the secondary sense. Tadvat here also, Tat Satyam Saratma is secondary sense only. Said no. Sadasmiti Sat Satyabhisandasya Tasya Tavadvicharamiti Mokshopadesha. Because for a person with a true conviction about existence, that I am this existence, for him, what has been enjoined? Liberation is enjoined in the text by the words Tasya Tavadichiram iti mokshopadesha. For him, the delay is only until he dies. This until he becomes freed of the body. Tasya Tavadeva Chiram. Then he becomes liberated. This Jivan Mukti Upadesha. This is the Moksha Upadesha. This text is injuncting or giving the instruction related to liberation also for such a person who has got a conviction that that Sat is I myself. How can I, if you are taken by the word Sat as Pradhana, if somebody says I am insentient, by that knowledge, how can anybody can get a liberation? Because of this Upadesha, the instruction of liberation to a person who is accepting, identifying himself with that Sat, is very clear that Sat is not insentient, it should be taken some sentient thing. But Purupaksh says, so be upacharati chet. Even let that also be secondary in the second sense only. For praising it, said, oh, you are Brahman. Hey, you are not at all Brahman, you are Jiva. It was just praising, you are Brahman. Therefore, wherever such statements are there, self-identification with Brahman or the self or whatever it is, all those things are just upacharika eva in secondary sense only. He is explaining why. He is the objector, and the objection is not explained further. Pradhanatnabhisandhasya moksha sapipam vartate iti mokshadeshopi mokshopadeshopi upacharate eva. Because for one who has identified himself with the pradhana, with the insentient, he is also close to liberation. This is what in the Yogasastra Prakriti Laya, it is called as Prakriti Laya. The more Ananda is there, in become a king, then going to some worlds, if you go to that world, you have so many millions of years, further this world you got so many millions of years, you become Prajapati, you become so many millions of years. In that way they take up Anand Mimamsa. Up to where? Up to Mahaprakriti. That's what Prakriti Laya. You become identified with the Prakriti, then you are enjoying the Prakriti itself as if you are enjoying Atmananda. This is what they have explained. Therefore, he says, because attaining Prakriti Laya, getting identified with the Prakriti Pradhana is very close to liberation. That is why, if you say, Aham Sadasmi, Aham Pradhanam Asmi, I am insentient, that means you are attaining Prakriti Laya. Thereby, you are close to liberation. Therefore, this Upanishad mantra is telling that you have attained liberation. Therefore, it is in the secondary sense. Iti mokshopadeshopi upachirita eva. Yatha loke. Again, an example also is explaining the same thing. Gramam gantum prasitha pravatvanam gram iti Bruyat Tvarapeksha, just like a person is just living to go to his village. He is just trying to go to his village, he has left the place, and somebody asks, oh yes, I have reached the village. Well, just is on the way, but he knows that within a few minutes I am going to reach. Therefore he says, Tvarapeksha, with the idea of reaching very, very soon. He says that I have reached the village. Though not reached, but still he says, I have reached the village. Similarly, it is here also, though this person has not attained liberation, he says, I have attained liberation. The Shruti is telling, you have attained liberation. By identifying yourself with Sat, the Pradhanam, Prakriti. Therefore, Mokshopadesha is also Upacharika only, iti chetna. Yena vijnane vijnatena avigyata vigyata bhavati upakrama. Anupasamhara, the example, the answers were given. Now anupakrama. By the concluding sentence. Tasya tavadicharam, the Mokshopadesh concluding sentence. And now we go to upakrama. The sentence where in the beginning of the topic in under discussion. What is that? Yena vijnatena avigyata vigyata bhavati upakrama. Since in the beginning it was said that by the knowledge of that thing, all unknown also becomes known. This is not possible by just knowing the insentient pradhana that you know everything. All unknown becomes known. It's not accepted by the Sankhya. Sati ekasmin vijnate sarvam vijnatam bhavati. By knowing the one existence, all becomes known. Tat ananyatva, because everything is non-different from it. Sarvasya advitiya vachanacha, due to the assertion of non-duality also. Tad ananyatvat sarvasya, tad ananyatvat sarvasya, because everything is non-different to it. And also advitiya vachanacha, due to the assertion of non-duality also. Poor Pakshi will say that also will let it be Upacharika. Everything is Upacharikam. Nothing Mukhyartha. Nacha anyat vigyatavyam avashishtam shravitam shrutya anumevam valingatosti yena mokshopadesha upacharita sya. This statement is also of Siddhanti only. This is also statement of Siddhanti. Nacha anyat vigyatavyam avashishtam shravitam. Because moreover there is another thing that it is not heard from the Upanishad text that there is something left over to be known yet. After giving this Upadesha, it's not, there is no further statement that, oh, still something left over to be known. Just like there he says, in Yajnavalkya, Brihadaranyaka and all, and then to Sanat Kumara says to Narada, what else, that's not complete. Then he asks, so, then next what it is, please explain. Next what it is, please explain. So similarly here also, if something would have been left over to be known, the Upanishad had said. But Upanishads are not mentioning any such thing. Then it is clear what is Sat is the final liberation only. It is not Aupacharik, it's not secondary. Shrutya na shravitam. They have to do anvay like this. Anyat vigyatam avashishtam bhavashriti Shrutya na shravitam. Number one. Number two, lingutuvava nanumiyam. And also, not you can, neither it is heard in any Upanishad text that something is left over to be known, nor you can infer by some indicative word in the Upanishad. There is no such word also which indicates by the help of that indicative word, you can't even infer that something is left over to be known. Yena mokshopadesha upacharsya, depending on which you could have said that this instruction of liberation is secondary. And moreover, now the final blow from the Siddhanti to the Purvapaksha objector. If the whole chapter is secondary, then what is the use of this chapter? Come on, then. From the beginning to end, you are telling everything is secondary meaning only. Then what is the purpose served by this whole chapter? Is it not foolish to read this chapter itself? सर्वस्य पाठकार्थ से उपचरितत्व परिकल्पनायां वृद्धाश्रम परिकल्पयितु स्यात्. If the whole chapter is assumed to be secondary, then the assumer is undertaking worthless, useless work. His useless effort is being done. Vrtha shrama, it will be useless effort of the assumer, prikalpatuhu. Why? Well, at least is knowing about pradhana, it's getting to pradhana is close to moksha. This knowledge at least we are attaining. But this knowledge also could have been attained by inferring only. What is the necessity of this chapter then? That's why it says, Purushartha sadhana vijnanasya tarkenaiva adhikatatvat tasya parikalpitu vrtha shrama. You take back. Because that knowledge which is calculated to serve liberation, Purushartha sadhana vijnanasya tarkenaiva adhikatatvat, the highest purpose. Tarkenaiva adhik Purushartha is what the highest purpose of a man. The highest purpose of man is what? Liberation. And the knowledge which is an instrument for that, attaining that knowledge, the liberation, if that could be attained by logic only, by whom? By the assumer. Tasya adhikatatvat. So, vrtha parishramasya. Then the effort of studying the Upanishads will be totally useless. Tasmat, therefore, Veda Pramanyat, due to the validity of the Vedas, na shruthartha parityagaha, the meaning as heard of should not be given up. Atah chetnavat karanam jagat iti siddham. Hence the conclusion is that the cause of the world is possessed of sentience. Tesham khalvesham bhutanam trinyeva bijani bhavanti andajam jivajam udvijjam iti. Tesham khalvesham bhutanam. Here by the word bhuta, don't take the elements, fire, water and earth. No, not them. Jivas, creatures. Tesham bhutanam, of those creatures. Khalu, which are these? Surely. Triniyo bijani. There are 3 seeds only in this world. There are surely only eva. There is assertion. Eva. Trini eva bijani bhavanti. Which are they? Andajam, born of X. Jivajam, born of womb. And Udvijam, born of plants. Switch was left over. That will be taken within Andajam and Udvijam. Bhashakara will discuss it. Tesham Jivavishtanam khalu esham pakshadinam bhutanam. Tesham is of those creatures. Jiva avishtanam, possessed of souls. Esham khalu, surely, which are these? What? Pakshadinam, birds, etc., which are seen. But here the peculiarity, just up to now what you have discussed, is the creation of the subtle elements in which still compounding work has not yet been taken place. And without any discussion of compounding of these elements, directly have come to the gross elements, bhutas. Why it has been done so? The question arises, after I told Trivid Karanam, the first of the 3 bhutas, you should have spoken of Trivid Karanam. By that the grosses come up, and from those gross again are of how many types, or how many seeds are there for the gross to be going on and on and on and on with this world. No reason has been stated anywhere over here.
But they already explained in the Panchadya Vidya and all that.
No, we are not worried about what has been told in the previous chapter and another Vidya. In this particular chapter, where the discussion starts from Sadeva Dimagra Asit regarding the creation, the procedure systematic is being set. This came first, next this, next this, next this. Then suddenly jumped into the gross elements. Why? And after that you are speaking about Tin Devata. Why you are taking this? Again you are bringing Teja, up and water as 3 Devatas. Then you are speaking about Trivid Karanam, compounding of the elements. Why? The reason you have to understand, because the creation has been stated, and in between a lot of discussion has been taken place also. In Sankshepa, as a summary, the creation has been stated. And idam agra asit has been told. Idam sadeva agra asit. That means you are seeing this idam and you're trying to realize the cause, material cause of this. The starting point is with the efficient material cause. Abhinna nimittopadan karana is sat. Viewing, in keeping in view this world which is being seen already. Therefore, that has been stated now. So we have to discuss about this world only, how this idam came into existence, which we are seeing.
But then, even then, we can go in a proper order, right? We started with Avyakta.
Mm-hmm.
So from there, we are saying.
No, we have not started from Avyakta. We have started from idam. No. We have started from idam. We have started from idam here.
So we need to go backwards.
Yes.
But then we mentioned Sat, so we jump way back.
No. We said it's a pratigya vakya like.
Okay.
It's just like a pratigya vakya. It is a udghosha. That sadeva demagra asit ekameva dvitiyam. Immediately the question is, how is that possible? From Sat only all this came into existence? They say no. Tat aikshata, tat tejo sarjata.
We took off on a tangent.
Yes. Because the question arises, if that was only the statement, the problem arises, then Sat from Sat, all this can become just like that. It's not possible. There should be some order. The general order has been stated. And the specific order will be stated later. For that, this is being stated now. Esham kalveshamiti. Pakshadina, birds, etc. Bhutana. Eshamiti, which are these? The Pratyaksha Nirdeša. Why you are telling this? Because you are taking Pakshadinam directly. The Bhutanam. Why not the elements? Teja Bannam. It says Esham with the Pratyaksha Nirdeša. There also it was idam with the Pratyaksha Nirdeša, and now it's Esham with the Pratyaksha Nirdeša. Since by the word Esham, these, the proximate things are being stated, mentioned, pointed out. Teja Pravridinam, Natu Teja Pravridinam, and not the elements, fire, etc. Tesham Trivridkaranasya Vakshamanatva. See? Because their intermixing, the compounding work will be stated later. The process of their being compounded will be stated later. Asatitritkarane Pratyaksha Nirdešanupatti, because it's not possible or logical to mention about this, the approximate things without compounding at all. Therefore, in between it is understood that after the intermixing, the compounding work, this has been come up in the form of birds, animals, etc. Now, again, the word Trivritkaranam is, note down those Upanishads in Panchikaranam is there. The names of Upanishads, note down. Paingala Upanishad. Paingala Upanishad. In Paingala Upanishad, the very first mantra of the Upanishad only is long mantra, is a Gadya Pararupa. In that, the Panchakarana has been stated. And also in Trishiki Brahmana Upanishad. Trishiki Brahmana Upanishad. Both of them are in Shukla Yajurveda. And in both of them actually Yajnavalkya is there, who is discussing the knowledge. Both of Shukla Yajurveda. Paingala Upanishad and Trishiki Brahmana Upanishad. In both the Upanishads, the very first mantra, Panchakarana, has been stated. Devata Shabda Prayogacha, Teja Pravasho, Imas Tisro Devada iti. And not only that, because of the word deity is being used for them, for Teja Bendan, for the fire, water, and earth, the word deity is being used in the next mantra. Sayam Devada Ikshada, Hantam Imas Tisro Devada. The very next mantra you can see Tisro Devada, Imas Tisro Devada, this is there. So, because of the word deity is used for fire, etc., in the text, which in the next text, next mantra only, therefore, these three deities, Imas Tisro, these three deities, because of that reason also, the word Bhutanam cannot here be taken, by the word Bhutanam cannot take Teja Pravriti. Tasmat, therefore, Tesham Khalvesham, of those creatures which are these, Bhutanam, by the word Bhutanam, what you have to take? Pakshi, Pashu, Sthavarādinam. By the word Bhuta, you have to take the proximate things, which are what? Pakshi, birds, Pashu, animals, and sthavara and other immovable plants, etc. Tini eva natriktani bijani. Of these, only three only are the seeds. Causes bhavanti. Kani tani tuchande, which are they, is being stated. Andajam, andajjatamiti, andajam. Andajam eva iti andajam. Swartikand. Andajam means andajjatam, born of eggs. And andajam with the same meaning, without tampering the meaning in any way, the word is derived as andajam. What are they? Pakshyadi, birds, etc. Bhasha is explaining further. Pakshi sarpadibhyo hi pakshi sarpadi jayamana drishyante. It is seen in the world that from a bird, etc., bird, snake, etc., only are born out. Tena pakshi, pakshinam bijam, sarpa, sarpanam. Therefore, a bird becomes the seed of a bird and a snake becomes the seed of a snake. There is cause. Tatha anyadapi andajjatam tajjatyanam bijam ityartah. Similarly, whatever else that is born of egg becomes a cause or source of creatures that take birth from them. The creatures are the cause, not the egg. You see here what Bhashkar is saying. Anyadapi andajjatam. That which is taken birth from an egg, that creature becomes the cause, not the egg. The creature is the cause. For the creatures which are born of the same class, tajjatiyanam bijam ityartha. Now the objection comes up, that is why. Nanu andajjatam andajam uchyate. Ato andameva bijamiti yuktam katham andajam bijam uchyate. You see, a creature born of egg is called as andajam. Therefore, andam is the cause, bija, and creature should be the effect, the thing that is born out. Ato andameva bijam yuktam. Therefore, it is logical to say that egg is the seed. Katham andajam bijam uchyate. Then how is it that, and why is it said so in this Upanishad, the creatures born of eggs are the seed of other creatures of the same class? Satyam evam syad. Yadi tvadichha tantra shruti syad. It would be true if the Upanishads were to follow according to your wishes. But Swatantrata to Shruti. But Shruti is very, very independent to say anything. But because what she has to say and why she is saying, that is more important. It is not what we think or what we wish. That cannot be said by the Shruti. Because whatever the child thinks, that is not accepted by the mother at all times. Similarly, it is here also. Whatever we think, that cannot be stated by the Shruti for us. The Shruti thinks of the good for us. Therefore, she says in that way only. Swatantra to Shruti yataha that is because of which it says what? Andajadi eva bijam na andaditi. That creatures born of eggs, etc., are the cause to exist, the lineage of their class, and not the eggs themselves. Drishyate cha andajadi abhave tajjatya santatya bhava na andadya bhava. And it is also seen that when creatures born of eggs, etc., cease to exist, the creature ceases to exist, then the lineage of that particular class also ceases to exist, and not due to the absence or the ceasing of the egg's existence. Because where do from the eggs come? From the creatures. Ato andajadini eva bijani andajadinam. Therefore, the creatures born of eggs, etc., are the cause or source of the creatures to be born of the same class. Tatha, similarly it is with Jiva Jatam Jivajam. Born of creatures means here sense Jarayujam. Even though the word is in general Jiva, it is related to Jarayujam of womb only. Ityetat, what are they? Purusha, Pushvadi, the human beings, animals, etc. Udvijam. Udvijam means udvidyate, udbhinatti. Udbhinatti iti udbhit, that which shoots out. That which shoots out of the earth is called as udbhit. Sthavaram, that which shoots upwards is called as udbhit. What are they? Sthavaram, the plants and trees. Tatojatam, and those which take birth from them are called as udbijam, the immovable plants, or dhanava udbhit, or he says dhanava udbhit, that which is born of them are corns. Dhana means corns, are called as udbhit. Directly you take corn system, just like a bandagem you took directly the creatures. Similarly, don't to the plants, the fruit of the plants, the corns, etc., paddy, rice, etc. Those will be taken because they will be the seeds. Not the plant will not be the seed, is not. If the plant is cut, it is burnt and used in different ways. The corns, the wheat, the paddy, they are used again as seeds, not the plant. Therefore, here Bhashyakara says again, as it was in the case of Andajam, here also, don't take the plants itself, but what that has come out of plants. What are they? The seeds, the paddy, etc., corns. Dhana va udbhit, tato jayate. Which is born of them are called as udbijam, sthavaram, sthavaranam bijamityartah. Sthavaram are plants, fruits. That means to say paddy, etc., is the seed of another plant, immovable plants, etc. This is the meaning of the statement of the mantra. Now, a question comes up. Svejaja sankojayor andajod bhijjayoreva yathasambhavam antarbhava. Those born of sweat, Svedaja, and Sanshokaja, sweat, and what? The Sanshokaja word means warmth. Because of the warmth also, many bugs come into existence, take birth. Garmi se. In the head and all, what happens? Because the heat is there and no proper washing, cooling, and again cooling should be done. If you don't do cooling, many times the bugs will come up there. If it happens, proper washing means it will not happen. Again and again, the cooling effect should be there in it. If you don't cool it properly, wash it properly, if you wash it, it will cool up. The heat is gone. When the heat is removed again and again, then there is no insects or any bugs or anything being created on the head also, in the hairs. Similarly, outside, what happens in many trees and all, you can see many types of insects and bugs. Automatically, they come up due to the warmth of the climate. They are called as Sanshokajam. That which take birth due to warmth of the climatic condition of the place around. Both type of them. Both of them are who? Svedaj and Sanshokaj. That which take birth by sweat and that which take birth due to warmth of the area. The both of them should be included. Antarbhava. Yathasambhavam. According to their birth. You see. And you have to decide by yourself. Yathasambhavam. Where you are going to include? Andaj udvijayoreva. Included in those born of eggs and those born of plant seeds. Respectively, you have to put them. Evam hi avadhanam. If you don't do like that, if you add here Svedaja and Sanshokaja and many other types also, then what will the mantra said? Trini eva. That assertion will be objected again. Therefore, he says, evam hi avadharanam. Trini eva bijaniti upannam bhavati. For only then does the assertion done by the mantra that Trini eva becomes logical. There are only three seeds becomes reasonable or logical.